So hello, I'm going to scoop it down here. New moon in Pisces, great time. Now this new moon there is also huge, how to put it, there is a massive influence from Venus and Pluto. So this new moon in Pisces is actually going to be very romantic and very promising. So any kind of manifestations are more highly in tune at this very moment. If you have any desires, then dreams are easier to come true if you put a very passionate kind of emotions behind it. So it's a fantastic time. But it also is a time that if you're with people who are not really fully understanding you, or they're not really your kind of type of people, or they're not fully aligned with you, then you would start to question why you have those people in your life. So this new moon is going to be quite magical in a lot of ways. I'm going to be reading also out what what house is this new moon for you, and how we can kind of contemplate a little bit more. You also should be looking at which house your Pluto is and which house your Venus is landing if you're more into astrology. This reading is general reading, so it doesn't apply for all of you. It's just going to be for some of you. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can leave the reading and find someone else, or also maybe just take what is resonating and leave the rest. But personally, I think this reading would be most accurate for rising and sun in kind of signs. Now, but let's get into it. So my beautiful Leos, we are looking at birth, death and transformation. This new moon is happening in your 8th house. And I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but by far from it, okay? We are looking at what needs to close, what needs to transform, and what needs to be reborn, okay? So there is a lot of kind of looking at your daily habits, and what is working, what is not working in your environment. Okay, Leo, let's get you overall energy for the next 2 weeks. Can we get an overall energy for Leo for the next 2 weeks? No energy. This is too many. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race. So don't try to anything to happen too quickly. I'm just gonna go again. We have like anything what you do during this new moon season for the next 2 weeks will have lifelong infinite kind of work on it. It's nearly like this world car or wheel of fortune car, what has 12 years of experience there. I'm not going to take, I'm going to take this one. And you're never alone, Otter Spirit. Interesting. And this is number 6 and this is number 8. They're very interesting energies. So again, you're never alone means like even if you feel that you're doing it all by yourself, you're actually not. People are looking, and a lot of people are actually waiting for you to ask their help because they feel that maybe you're too scared to ask. When they would come to you and say, can I help you with this, you would take that wrong. You could be dealing with a high ego situation. And hello Leo, I'm Leo rising, so I know exactly what the ego situation can be. Now, because we're in a relationship, the relationships are very nice at this new moon. I'm going to pull the relationship card for whatever your connection is, single, together, not together. Let's see what the energies are for your relationships, general. Worth waiting for. Healing family issues and passion. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So I do see straight away that there is some type of a movement. You have been waiting for a certain situation to involve quite a lot, So if you have been looking like, I don't know, meeting family, moving in together, getting more serious in your relationship, then you might actually start to see next 2 weeks that there is a little bit of movement on that kind of a section. But again, like I say, sometimes you have to go, Leo, and ask yourself, because people might be taken off that if they approach you and tell you like, oh, what do you think, let's move in together, then you would kind of go and taking it as a bit of an insult, because we are I mean, I can't show you the lion, like we're Leos, so we are very kind of standoffish at the time. And we have healing family issues. It's like your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I don't really fully that it's to do anything with your parents. Some of you it is, and understanding that their marriages or their being together wasn't really rosy either, as you are going through some kind of a relationship trouble. And also another thing, what I'm like a huge advocate to talk about it. You know, when we're saying kids are resilient, well, yeah, you were resilient too, but now you're looking for your answer to your self-healing book, and you're mad at your parents. So there's no point to be mad at your parents, because when they were 30, they were dealing with their resilient child and dealing their issues now. So then, and it's a vicious circle, but we need to get out of it. Okay, so you just have to try to put yourself in your parents' shoes and heal those situations. You might be healing even your communication or any kind of a connection with your parents as well. And we have also called passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. There's a lot of passion happening at this kind of a new moon for the next 2 weeks, including this week actually. There's a lot of this kind of a coming together and being in a very passionate embrace of any type of relationship. Even when you're single, you might go out and you find a passionate lover. If you're in a relationship, you suddenly feel like, oh, more fluffy and more want to kind of be more passionate with your partner. Now, let's clarify the spirit cards here. Let's get some clarifications. We have 4 of Wands in reverse. So, okay, yeah, there's definitely kind of because we're looking at trying to balance something out. So yeah, I do sense you might be going after something what you desire very badly, but it's slow and steady wins a race. If you try to push it to happen too quickly, it's not going to be giving you as that much of a harmony and balance. Okay, it's just kind of nearly a forced thing to happen. Bottom deck energy 2 is 1. Two of Swords. It's like there's a bit of a conflict in, like, it's more like not a conflict, it's like a difference of opinions in a lot of ways. You're like, which one is the right way to say, like, that if you want things to happen for you, you have to wait them to happen in their natural order. But you have to also understand that you're never alone. If you kind of okay, how do I else put it? If you are actually verbalizing how you want this to happen, or what do you actually want from relationship or your work or your career, your home, your personal well-being, because you are there to want to do it. It's just we have to be very careful how you put it and not trying to force things to happen. We have 7 of Swords here, but it is kind of saying that you might be like trying to manipulate the situation for your own betterment, because of a bit of a lack of trust that the things would actually happen for you in your timeline. Now, this is the part of a healing happening here. You need to be able to surrender, and with this card here, you don't want to surrender. But even them are saying, yes, you might feeling alone. Like some of you will be dealing with a long distance relationship and you want them to kind of get to you or move to you, or you move to them. Or like I said, there is kind of a situation here where what you kind of want a next step, and try to manipulate that to happen because your own enjoyment or emotional well-being, it's not going to be actually bringing you that much joy. I'm gonna get another card for here, the outcome. What is if you do wait for the outcome? Whoa. Yeah, you 5 of Wands. You're going to learn something new about yourself. And Page of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. So if you decided to go with the flow and not forcing things to happen, even so when you're feeling very insecure and you're like, but I wanted to get now. I want to create this happy family like now. If you wait and get past that kind of a hurdle of impatience or force behind to be reckoned with, that you want to be making it happening now, and put on this kind of that divine timing will be there to kind of guide it through. There is a very strong, very maternal and positive growth, happening in the future to come. Okay, it's also a passionate new beginning, because you release that kind of an inner struggle that things has to happen now and in your perfect order with this fiery passionate, that it's your way or no way. If you release that, there is like a new growth, new beginning, a new journey. And this is, again, we're coming back to around 21st of March. Okay, so just kind of try to push it through. The full moon is 27th of March, so it's a perfect time to not kind of hang too much in that energy, just rather roll with it. Okay, now let's clarify my relationships cards here. What is happening here for these beautiful beings and worth waiting for? Can we clarify the romantic angels card, please? We also, whoa. Okay, we'll do it very quickly. Yeah, so there is a new beginning. Okay, there is a new passionate beginning. A lot of passion, a lot of sex. We have also another Ace of Wands. If you're looking at the relationship, if you're looking for passionate kind of a new relationship, bang on. You just have to wait, okay? Because there is other things which you need to sort out first. We have something to do with your mother, a Virgo energy here. What you need to understand, that certain situations or certain decisions they made it there from trying to follow their own light within themselves. They weren't probably in a very good place. There seems to be that they couldn't really close off they wanted to get out of the kind of relationship or judgment or not a compromising situation. But maybe at that time, like some of you could be that you're coming out of very sad or very toxic family dynamics, that your parents hated each other but wouldn't get divorced. They wouldn't close that chapter because for them it was kind of a shame. Even so, some of them seem to be very withdrawn. That was never going to happen, that they would get divorced. They would rather kill each other at home behind their, like, had this kind of a in their home environment. They were killing each other, they didn't talk to each other, were shouting, roaring, could be like domestically abusive relationship. But then outside the house, they were a happy couple, trophy family, or this Joneses next door, who was always like nearly showing off. So that can make a huge damage, and it also makes a huge damage from you growing up, where you're like trying to kind of secure, yes, you're my person, I will take care of you, but at the same time you're like, you have to release that trying to control the situation. Okay, so I do sense there is kind of an unfinished business what your parents had to go through, but it could be that your parents are coming in the same kind of background of family, so you need to kind of go within and find that part and release that part and heal the family issue, because that family issue is also trying you to kind of hoard stuff in your environment and keep them there, and not now, like it otherwise you will lose your plot. You feel like you're losing control of the situation. Okay, because we also have like There is 10 of Swords, which means end of cycle. There is your desires are coming, like this very fractured energy is starting to come together, and you start to understand how happy and fulfilled you are. You're kind of closing off the past, and you're making it, you're nurturing your inner child. You're not carrying on anymore that heaviness. Like I'm saying, you find your passion again. You find your passion in your relationship, and you understand a little bit more about yourself and why you would behave in certain situations like that. Leo, I must say, this is the most healing energy I have had yet, but we are looking at the 8th house, and it is about birth, death, and transformation. So you are transforming your own personal relationships to the next level by letting go of control and understanding where this kind of a need is coming from your childhood or from your parent. It could be a pattern what you have learned from your parent, and it's learned behavior from your parent. Interesting thing what I learned this week is that depression is actually, if you have family member who is depressed while you grow up, more likely you as a grown-up will end up being depressed as well. It is learned behavior, and it's just like kind of it's like something with your quantum field and quantum science. You kind of nearly heritage from your family. If you have very upbeat and very happy parents who are taking on life as they go and not very kind of getting into too much in depression, then that's kind of that's much these people don't seem to get that kind of a behavior. But it is like, I mean, I can talk to my own experience, and looking at my boyfriend, my experience is my mom was very severely depressed. We didn't actually explain what happened to her or why was she depressed. If she would have pulled me aside, yeah, I have bad days, I have good days. The bad days, I probably would be in bed, very tired, very sad, crying a lot, but I would come out of it. It would be my attitude now when I'm grown up, because I'm looking at my boyfriend whose parents were always pushing, always fun, and he's like that, and we only click together now because I have got out of that pattern of my parent depression and push myself that I'm happy, I'm good, yay. So this is kind of a thing to kind of look out for. Now let's get some advice for Leo. Did not plan to have your reading so long, but oh well. We have healing. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. But it is kind of this is your healing anyways. I see some type of energy healing. If you can take an online distance, or if you're in anywhere you don't have any kind of a lockdown situation and you can have a personal healing, touch on healing, massage, Reiki, any kind of that type of get yourself some of the healing. Go to swim in a water related healings, absolutely waterfall. I see a waterfall for some reason, going in under the waterfall, Indian kind of waterfall healing. I have no idea what it is, but that's what I see. Let's get you a manifestation card, Leo, and we close off the reading. Okay, I can do less and attract more. Yeah, this is like the surrender card here. If you surrender, things will start to shift for you. Don't try to force anything to happen. Now that's all I have for you, Leo. If it resonated with you, leave a comment below, put me a big thumbs up so I know I'm in the right place. And I hope to chat to you soon. Bye.